Hi guys, Rose here. I am just working on this journal today, and because I haven't had much opportunity to get in here and work on it, or work on anything to be honest, I just thought I'd turn the camera on and show you guys what I'm up to. These are the journals that I showed the covers of there recently on Facebook and things. And I'm working on these. I'm actually doing them as a pair of journals, so what I'm doing in one, I'm doing something very similar or the very same even at times in the other one. So I have worked a little bit on this one, and I'm actually going to go through and work on the other one, doing the same things that I've done in this in the other one, and I just thought you might like to see. So let's see where we're at. These are all the bits that I have put aside for this journal. Ooh. I took out what ephemera I had and that I wanted to use, and what I did was I just split it into two files, one for each journal, and I work around that. Oh, it's all a bit messy here at the minute. Okay, oh, come back. Just take this stuff out of here for now. I have actually painted myself into a bit of a corner on my desk, unfortunately, so I'm juggling for space here. Okay, so let's start and see. I also was messing around with my my, what's the word I'm trying to think of? My die cut machine. And I cut out some bits and pieces that I might end up using throughout these journals as well. So here we have a side tuck. I thought I had put that in here. I have. So I have already done that. But I need to put in the bits that are going in there. Here I have just a page out of a nature series for children. And beautiful, beautiful paper. But it's quite fragile, so when you fold it over it cracks a little bit, so I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm just putting it into the pocket as it is. Put it in like this. And these pages, by the way, the prints, I made those ones up myself in Photoshop. And well, most of them, not all of them. I think one or two of them might have been actual downloads from other people, but this is one I made myself. I know that much. Some of them I made myself, some of them I downloaded from other people. And what else have we got in here? We have a Tucky Tuck card. These are just, I think, are they Project Life cards? I'm not sure. I got them as part of a swap a long time ago, and they were just the right colours for what we're doing here. So, get my Distress ink. I'm using brushed corduroy right now. I'm just going to ink the edges of this very quickly. I might do the inside of it as well, just to kind of age it up a small bit. Things have been a little bit hectic here the last couple of days, so I haven't had a chance to come in and do much. Most of what I have gotten done, I've flown in for 5 minutes, kind of did a bit and had to go again. So, and I don't know why, because there's nothing particular going on. It's just one of those things where I seem to be busy. However, we'll get there eventually. Maybe part this slightly. We'll give it a little bit. Now, I know on the back of this I had stuff as well. I just decorated up the back of this a little bit, so it looks very cute. A little flower and a sticker. And I'm thinking I might cover over this, because it's actually, is it upside down? Yeah. See, if I have this here and turn it over, it's upside down. Understand? Does that make sense? And that kind of doesn't make sense to me, so I'm thinking I might try to cover that. I am going to use a sticker and a little flower like I did on the other one as well, if I can find them. There we go. There's my sticker. It's quite handy doing a pair of journals this way. I get 2 journals for the price of 1 essentially. Time wise. And because I have all the ephemera sorted out beforehand, I feel that it goes much faster. Making 2. Here we go. I have our 2 little bits, but I want something to cover this as well. What to do? I do have this. Don't like that. This is just a piece of paper from an Edith Holden page. I could just do that. Would that be okay? That might work. Let's see if I have anything else. Could put a bit of lace there. Could just do that. Okay, let's get these inked up anyway. Lordy, lordy, I'm back to work on Monday. Ireland is opening up. I work in a charity shop at the moment. I work part-time down there. And while that sounds like it would be ideal for junk journaling supplies, really not so much over here anyway. I don't know if it's just this particular shop or is it in general, but we don't seem to get much in the way of vintage things coming in. And I reckon it's actually an Irish thing, because I ever really find good vintage finds in the charity shops or the thrift shops over here. Maybe if I was in the bigger cities and things I would, but not in my little town. There are 2 charity shops in my town at the moment. There was 3 up until a few months ago. There's 2 at the moment. And people mostly buy books and clothes, really. Household stuff kind of seems to go okay as well. This on there. Love these. That didn't go on quite right. It doesn't really matter. I don't think it's a junk journal, Rose. It doesn't matter. Just gonna put that on there. These journals are just going to be kind of nature, but they seem to be kind of going more towards butterflies and flowers, 1 or 2 birds. So very kind of loosely themed, I guess. The one kind of thing that I had for it, the one kind of idea that I wanted to stick to was that these kind of teals and blues and things were going to run through the journal. So I picked out all my ephemera that had any kind of those colours that kind of tied in with that, like this blue here on these labels. Things like that. So they're going to be kind of the base of everything I do, really, but I can bring in other things as well, as you will see. So I'm just going to put a piece of this down here, I think. It's going to be pretty. Do I want that or do I want another one? I have a flatter piece here. Would this work better? No, I prefer the other one. Just stick with the original idea. I always seem to go back to the original idea anyway. You should just know that by now. Okay. Snippety snip. So I hope everybody's doing okay, keeping the chin up. I think a lot of the world is kind of getting back to normality, or trying to. So that's good. And people said that things would never be the same again, but I don't know. I think they'll be back to normal fairly soon, to be honest. Some things might change, but in the greater scheme of things, I think not a whole lot, to be honest. Why did that come up so short? I cut that properly. That's weird. Anyway, we'll make it work. Not to worry. Alrighty. I am just, wrong blue bottle. I am trying to get a little bit done before my darling comes in and I have to go and make dinner. So I don't know how long I'm going to have with you guys, but we'll see what we can get done anyway. There you go. If anybody has any ideas that you want me to do in my next 3 ways video, leave me a comment below. Like I said, I do have some ideas myself and all the rest of that, but I'd like to know what you guys would like to see, because ultimately you're the guys who are going to be watching them. Stretch it a little bit. My ganky looking cloths over here. I have baby wipes that I'll take them out to use them for something, and then they just get gunky. But I keep using them until I can't anymore, because, you know, waste. Okay. I think that looks good. I like it. It's cute. And that will go into the pocket. I'm not going to put it in there yet until it's dry. Okay, so that is that one. I can actually put it in that way maybe. Do you guys like my feather? I have it taped on with some janky tape and some labels underneath. I loved how that came out. Okay, the next thing is this page. So I'm going to look for that in the other one as well. I know I have it in there. Yes, there it is. And what I've done on this, I have one of these, and on the back side I have a little circle with some lace in there. So I'm going to do the same on this one. So let's find my pieces. That's the one for the other side. See, I think this is the size for that. Yeah, I'll see. I think there's another one here. Nope, that's the one. Okay, this one goes on here. I'm going to cut off the white edges here. Is it that one? Well, those are the right size actually. So which one? I actually think I like the strawberry one. A little pop of colour against all that. Okay, that's decided. I don't even need to ink this. This is great. Get some glue on it. I like to work on when I'm working on 2 journals at the same time, I like to kind of work on one and then go back and do the other one, because it's just, it's almost mindless because you've the work done already. You just have to copy what you've done, and but still at the same time you're getting to play with your nice pretty things. I haven't done one of these types of journals for a while, these smaller ones. I've done a lot of bigger ones in the last few that I've done. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to get back to it. This is actually a different style than what I've done in the past as well, so yeah, I like them. Here we go. Stand up to make sure I have this positioned correctly. And this paper, actually, sorry, I should have said, this paper is just, it's actually deli paper that I tea-dyed. And I didn't buy the deli paper, it's, well, I did buy the deli paper from an actual deli here in town. So what I'm saying is I didn't go and purchase it on Amazon or anything. So I can't tell you where to get it, unfortunately. That's that one. Nice and pretty. And I'm actually just going to give the back that quick rub as well, even though we're going to be covering it up. And that was the whole reason I did it this way. 2 of those back to back. I wanted to use, and it started out, I wanted to use a circular one here, but I wanted to not have it show through, so I had to find something else to go behind it. Yada yada yada. Now I need to find one of those large circles. There's 1, 2, 1. This one will do. So cute. Perfect. I just need to ink these up. These ones haven't been inked up. These circle pieces, I signed up to an online digital collage club, it's called. I think it's $7.99 a year and you get access to everything that's in there. So that's where this came from. She does have quite a few nice bits and bobs. And there's even 1 or 2 journal kits actually in there as well, which is very nice. So yeah, go check that out for yourselves. It's very affordable. $7.99 a year is very affordable. So and even though I'm capable of making those things myself, they take time, you know, and sometimes I just want to download something, print it and use it. That's another question for you guys. What kind of kits do you like to buy? Do you like to buy journal kits, as in the pages and envelopes and belly bands and all that sort of stuff, or would you prefer to buy like collections of images? What way do you like to buy your kind of digital downloads? Let me know in the comments. I'm quite interested in hearing, because I do intend to kind of start listing things in my Etsy, but I like to know what people are really looking for, because there are so many people out there doing it now, you know. It would be very helpful. So we're just going to stick these 2 together. Ta-da! Don't ask me where the blue backing part, actually, I can't remember for the life of me where that came from. And I only got it recently, I just can't remember where. That's one thing about downloading things from the internet. There's just so much. There's just so much stuff. It's very hard to keep track of where I get them. And I used to try and keep them in folders like this came from this website or this person and yada yada, but I found I wasn't using them when they were like that. So it's difficult. It's a tough one. It's that. Now I need a bit of that hat lace, as I call it. I call it hat lace because it came from a hat. I have rolls of it. I had a summer hat that I bought to keep the sun off my face, obviously, because that's why you buy a summer hat. And I eventually took it apart because every time I picked it up I thought, oh, that would be lovely lace for my journals. Oh, that would be lovely lace for my journals. So I have rolls of lovely lace for my journals. Just as well I didn't pay big money for the hat. That's all I can say. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I just did four little scallops. Just gonna trim that off there first. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Sweet. I'm actually going to trim off another little bit of this because I thought I had some in my box and I don't. So I'm just going to trim off a length of it to go into the box with all the other bits that I'm using for these journals. If you guys could see my desk right now, you'd be appalled. I have just stuff everywhere. I have a tendency to pull out everything that I might possibly use for the journals and have them all around me because, you know, if I see them I'll use them. But it translates to a big mess. Yeah. Put this glued on. Very rainy weather here at the moment. We had some really kind of, okay, I want to say storms, but they're not really storms, okay? We call them a storm, but they're not storms. Just windy, kind of rainy, blustery weather. Bit more than blustery, okay. Anyway, it's been miserable, is what I'm trying to say. A long, very long-winded way of going about saying it's been miserable. The weather, that is. But, you know, we live in Ireland. What can we expect? Trying to get this to go in a curve. Which you wouldn't imagine would be that difficult considering it came off an actual hat, which like it spiraled around and around to make the hat. The whole hat was made of this lace. But no, it doesn't sit as quite as well as you might think. My hands are all sticky now. Okay, let's get some glue on that and get it stuck down so that I don't have to be messing with it anymore. Come out. Oh, there's a it's coming out, but it's very slowly. There we go. There must be a goober in there somewhere, which is rare with this glue. That is way too much glue and I know it. I'm going to try and get some of that off in a minute because it'll just go right through the paper otherwise. I'll dab some of it off there with my trusty gunky cloth. Okay. Ta-da! And when it dries, the other side won't be as noticeable as it is right now. Does that look central? Oh, it's quite central. It's good enough. Okay. The next thing we have is a pocket. A pocket, I hear you say. A pocket. Let's see. I think I might actually put that here. Let's see if that paper goes, because does that work? Do I like it? Do I like it? It's the exact same length as the other pocket, but it seems an awful lot shorter on this page. Why is that? I don't know. Do I like it? The thing is, it's going on one of the pattern pages, because it's on a pattern page in here, it's going on a pattern page in here. I think it might have to go on that one. Oh, look. I don't like it on that. I think I like it better on this one. Okay, let's go with it. And I have nothing sorted to go into that yet. That'll obviously be the last thing I do, is sort out all the rest of the cards and stuff. As I go through, I tend to do some, but not always, not all of them. Yeah, I think this one is going to require standing under something for a little while, because of the curve on the pages. Let's see. I'll bring it up a little from the bottom so that it looks like it's designed to be framed by the bottom of the page, rather than just too short. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold on to that one for a minute. Just talk amongst yourselves there while I just sit here twiddling my thumbs. Oh, I so wish that I could have like a group of crafters sitting around in my craft room with me, just chatting and having the laughs and the giggles. Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, that's that done. That actually stuck down faster even than I expected. So here we have an envelope. Now, this is an envelope that I made a long time ago. Not a long time ago, but quite a while ago. And it just happened to have all the right colours for what I was working on. So I said I'd use it. It's made from Book Page, and I don't have a second one to go into this journal. So I guess that means we need to make an envelope. And how it was made, it was Book Page collaged with bits and bobs. I still have that. I still have some of those. I have music paper. A focal image might prove difficult, but we can make an envelope. I'm just trying to find the right paper, because I know I still have some of those pages somewhere. Okay, so there's our page for our envelope. It doesn't need to be the same size. I don't think it does, but let's see. I'm going to have to trim that anyway. Let's see if I can trim it in a straight line. It's going to be fun. Love, love, love the deckled edging on these pages. Just awesome. It is quite brittle paper though, so I'll have to keep that in mind. I didn't actually know that when I was making this one. So the edges of it were cracking and things. So I ended up making some grunged up tape to repair it. And I do have a card inside here as well. Okay. So let's take these out of the way for now. Belongs in here. I'm going to keep my envelope here for inspiration. Now I'm going to need some of these papers. As you can see, I have that very same paper. I also have another one which might prove useful. Some music paper. Let's see if we can find some music paper. This is my collage box. There's also some failed prints there from failed tracing paper prints, which I won't be able to put my hands to, so we'll have to find something else. That might work. No, that won't work for the thing. So anyway, I'm looking for music paper. Oh yeah, see how I distract myself? I know I have music paper in here, so don't think I'm just looking through here for the fun of it. I know there's music paper in here. I like to keep this box on hand because it gives me just such a variety of things to kind of work with when I go looking for something, just a small piece for this, that or the other. And I get ideas that I wouldn't normally have had if I didn't have this big pile of stuff. So that's why I like to have that here. It's not music paper per se, but I have any in here. My lord, maybe I don't have any music paper in here. Maybe I've used it all. Oh no. Haha. Haha. See, I knew I had some. A very small bit, but I have some. There's more. These are actually strips that came off of pages, I think, that I used in journals. That's those. What else do I need? One of those pink papers, which I do have. I'll go and find that. Something a little bit kind of dark and grungy. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. I'll take a piece of this as well, just because I can. That kind of works with our colours, doesn't it? That kind of works with our colours too. It's a bit grey. Yeah, it's a bit grey. The biggest trouble I'm going to have, I think, is finding a suitable focal point, focal image. I may have to actually print something for that. We shall see, we shall see, we shall see. Yeah, I'm going to have a bit of this as well. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go and find some of that little pink paper. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Grab a coffee. Alrighty, we are set to go. There's one little piece of fabric there as well that I still have around here somewhere. I have bits and pieces of all my past projects around me because who uses up all their scraps, in fairness. And I keep all the scraps because I'm a bit mad. But that's okay, all the best people are. Okay, so we are going to be collaging this. Collage this out. Do I have enough stuff to collage it, to cover it? How wide is this? Yeah, I'm gonna actually use the whole thing, but I will probably, yeah, I'll need these bits to fold in, so yeah. Should I do that first? Nah, we'll collage it first, it'll be fine. Well, sorry for the mess, guys. It's actually 3 days later, unfortunately. And in the last 3 days, all I've gotten to do is just pop in, literally for a minute, and cut my envelope. I finished, I think I finished collaging it on the video. I guess I'll know when I go to edit and upload the video, but yeah, so I got it cut out. It's just a basic envelope shape, as you can see. Folding it up, and I added this little gold piece here to match this, and I have some trim to go across the top, which I'm going to do. It needs to be janked up a little bit. I don't have much time in here today either, unfortunately, but I did have enough time to just come in and finish off this video, I think, and get it uploaded, so we'll just do this. Now, this is unravelling fairly badly at the end, and it's unravelling very easily as well, so I'm going to glue it before I cut it. We've had little visitors the last couple of days as well. My partner's granddaughter, my partner's son, and his son's daughter, which would be my partner's granddaughter. are visiting us for a few days, so I've been busy with that. We did some painting and all sorts of good stuff. Having fun with herself. So that was good. That's one of the main reasons I haven't actually been in here, I guess. Now, while we're waiting for that to dry a little bit, I'm going to glue the actual envelope itself. Oh yeah, before I glue the envelope, I wanted to reinforce this flap. So I have here some tape that I have vintaged up. I'm going to use some of this. Oh. Just make sure it's almost perfect. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in behind here. Sometimes I get quite lazy and I don't bother gluing my tapes, but I know I should. It's just good practice. Although this is actually Scotch tape, so it should stick fairly well. This is going to need a little trimming, but not much. So I think that's good. And I just want that in there to stop it ripping across here, which it shouldn't do anyway because the other side is collaged, but just to be extra sure. And look, it looks good as well, doesn't it? I think it does anyway. So, make sure there's no glue that will glue my envelope together. And I am just going to put a strip of glue down the outside of this and the inside of this. Maybe a little bit over the way as well. So that we can make sure it's stuck down properly, but it's not going over into the actual envelope and sticking that together. That should be fine. Yeah. I just realised I hadn't inked any of the edges of the envelope, but you know what, it actually looks okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we might be able to clip this now. I'm actually going to use a better scissors because it's not cutting very easily. I might just put a little bit of glue across the very ends of it as well, just to stop this raveling, because I'm afraid that it will just ravel away. Just so, if it had come out. My glue is not playing ball with me, guys. Sorry about this. Oh, and then it turns out a huge blob. Yeah. Well, that's okay. It'll work anyway. At least I know it's not going to ravel with that magic glue on it. Okay. So that's those. And the last thing I need to do with this, which I know I'm not going to be able to do today, is put on a focal point. Now, I have gone through my whole stash and pulled out all those kind of colours that I had, so I know that I don't have anything suitable in a box. Well, no, see, that won't work. So I'm going to have to print something out. So I'm going to leave it there. There's my envelope to match this one. I'm going to leave this. The reason I had foiled this was because it didn't have any of the colours on it, but this one does, so I'm not going to touch it. And that is that. Alright, so job's a good one. And I am back to work tomorrow. So I will be hoping to get my next 3 ways video up towards the end of next week sometime. I hope you're all excited for that one, because I am. Yeah, so have a great week. I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. Do have a great week, and I will talk to you guys soon.